UFC 328 is just a day away, and it's an amazing card, top to bottom. Very excited, as I'm sure you guys all are. Now, look at this. Look at the action we got. We got about a 82% uh, correct betting rate going right now. So check out the description for the betting matrix on that, and then you can get right. But Hamza CHIMAEV, Sean Strickland, bad blood. Sean Brady, Joaquin Buckley, we already know who's gonna win that. Yoel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. Enough said. Bye, Sangor. If you know, you know. But let's just get straight on in. Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa now. If you know, you know. If you know ball, you know ball. Jose Ochoa is going to win this fight. You don't really need much of an explanation other than Clayton Carpenter lost to Jafel Filho. And, hold on, am I recording? All right, he lost to Jafel Filho. Just to make that clear. And Jose Ochoa has lost to Asu Amabayev, but I don't think that loss is as bad. But I'm talking too long on this fight. Let's keep it pushing. Baisangor Susurkaya versus Jordan Santos. Actually, let's give this fight some more love as the first fight. I'm publicly outside of the betting matrix placing, but betting matrix first pick Jose Ochoa. Baisangor Susurkaya is gonna fuck this guy up. Jordan Santos, I believe, lost to Ilir Latifi and Junior Albini. But aside from that, I think the third fight on his losing skid is, let me see. Hold on. Actually, who was it? He lost to someone who's bad, man. He lost to Ozzy Diaz. No, it's all coming together on this card. Jordan Santos, he looks kind of, he just looks kind of fodderish. No? We know what's happening. I mean, he's meant to win this fight by Sangor, that is. He's meant to win this fight. He's got leg reach, normal reach. He's got the weight advantage because lighter man skill. Height advantage. Country advantage, maybe, in terms of population to champ ratio. Everything's working out for Baisangor. He's going to win this fight. We don't even have to get into his Chicago performance. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez, whatever. This is like the first tricky one on the card. Actually, no, the first fight's probably tricky. I'm just being a little hater towards Clayton Carpenter, but I believe in Pat Sabatini. I really do. Let me just close this out. We got haters on this forum. Hold on. Let me block these people. William Gomez is too Pat. Pat Sabatini, he's going to put on a tiny bit of a wrestling clinic. He's going to hold William Gomez down. Actually, does William Gomez get held down? I should probably have pulled up these stats. Hold on, I'm getting an ad for Shamil Gaziev. He beat Robert Ruchala, but lost to Hyder Mill. What does Pat Sabatini have? He beat Chepe. How did I forget that? No, he wins. Pat Sabatini wins by, hold on. Jose Ochoa is going to win by decision. Baisangor is going to win by second round KO. Pat Sabatini is going to win a decision. This guy's I don't think he even gets finished. I doubt it. He's too spindly. Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. Marco Tulio. Roman Kopylov is going to be too timid. He's going to get walked back. He's going to have flashbacks. He's going to have PTSD of Paulo Costa. Marco Tulio is going to be bouncing off that loss to CB Dalloway. And now Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD. And, it's a bad loss, but CLD is very good. He's like top 10 material, top 12 at the very least. Roman Kopylov, me, myself included, a bunch of other people thought that this dude was the next bread and gravy. And he was a little bit. For a little while, it was a little bread. And the Paulo Costa fight just really shattered everyone's reality of what this guy is. And he's very good. So he could win this fight. I just have had my reality shattered and I can't pick him. Plus, Marco Tulio is fighting to, I don't know, for retribution for Norma Dumont or something. They're dating, right? He'll be fine. He's going to win this fight by decision. Does he get knockouts? Hold on. Oh, I swear he like knocked out Tresean Gore. He did. Yes, I remember that on the Lopez card. Anyways, he's going to win this fight. So not keep this too long. All right, Marco Tulio by KO. Fuck it. No. Yeah, Marco Tulio by KO. Marco Tulio by KO round 3 after this timidity is being withered to a pulp. Now, onto the normal prelims. Ascending from the prelims, early prelims. Flash Gordon versus Jim Miller. Jim the Fudging fucking Miller. Jim Fudging Miller. A lot of people are picking Gordon. He's the minus 310 favorite. No, man, I got Jim Miller. Jared Gordon is like deceptively top 20, top 25, but so is Jim Miller. And I think Jim Miller just has the one-upsmanship on the veteranship. He's more of a scholar at this point. He's ascended. Like, he's like a long-term teacher. And Jared Gordon gives like substitute energy at UFC high. Faculty, baseline faculty. Jim Miller is the principal of the fucking school, man. You're going to lose third round TKO for Jim. Plus, he's motivated by family factors. You know, God bless his son, I believe. But yeah, he's going to be on UFC 400, maybe. I doubt it, but Jared Gordon's not going to stop that path. You know, if it has to be stopped, it won't be him. Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rambetsky. Rambetsky, man. Grant Dawson is going to get fucking knocked out in round 2, maybe 1. But for those who know, we picked Manuel El Loco Torres to dominate and absolutely put a clinic on Grant Dawson for 3 rounds. He happened to just get it done in 1 very quickly, but you know, I actually made some money on that and won a personal bet with a friend because he used to train with Grant Dawson. And I'm like, that doesn't mean that. If anything, that makes me want to pick against Grant Dawson, if you know what I'm saying. Because if you're the guy giving him looks, they can't be good. Mateusz Rambetsky is going to give him a. All right, man. Everything is running slow. I don't know what's going on. I'm being fraudulently attacked. I think because I was speaking ill of my friend who regularly picks Grant Dawson in his fights. I mean, he's a great fighter. He's a good grappler. He can beat, was it Rafa Garcia and Diego Ferreira, however you say his name. And he has great wins over Damir Ismagulov, making him say uncle, he put him in a full Nelson. It was a very embarrassing fight, that one. I think that was what retired Damir, right, other than his twitch. But, he went on to fight, not that he went on, but he beat Mark Madsen, that bald Olympian guy. I think his nickname was the Olympian. The first and one of the only times I've seen him fight was against Vince from Hell Pakel back in like 2022 or 2021. And, I remember thinking, because I was kind of newer to the sport, a couple years in, like COVID era fan, and I remember thinking they were the next generation of lightweight. I was like, this is the evolution. And then I checked their ages and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. But that was my first reality check of picking prospects and predicting who's going to be a future contender. Anyways, Rambetsky, I mean, he's got ferociousness. And really the Mikdebek Oralby win is holding him up by a lot. like I picked him against. I'm pretty sure I picked him against Chris Duncan, Diego Ferreira, and Ludovic Klein. Now that I'm looking at his losses, but he's just gonna hurt Grant Dawson too early. He can't take damage, man. He cannot take damage. He's gonna wither. Round two KO. Joel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. And this is a sad one. I think for Joel, I've always been excited. Everyone's always like, man, I can't wait for him to fight Beneil Dariush, Jalen Turner, Gamrot, Dan Hooker. These fights never happened. And if you told me that 4 years ago, I would be like shocked as to what the fuck is happening. He's just very inactive. And for some reason, the company is just like, let's just keep giving him goofy ass matchups that really do nothing for him. For example, I'm on his record right now. I'm going to be complete. Oh wait, I thought this said. Oh, okay. I thought he just fought Mark Jacasey, and I was gonna say that is insanity. How did I not know that? Yeah, I saw all his fights. His first fight I saw was with Arman Sarukian, where he got cut open like a fruit and eaten alive. And granted, I'm pretty sure that was due to like a banana peel slip, but I think Yaroslav Amosov, regardless, is going to win this fight. I was picking Joel the whole time up until a few days ago where I was like, you know what, this is probably just another sad ending where, the guy we've been wanting him for years to, get to the top, and it's just he can't either, whether it's due to a loss or just inactivity or getting fed odd matchups. Drakkar Klose and Vicente Luque should not have been his opponents in any universe, and we got the bad timeline. And now we're gonna get a loss from him. He's gonna like perpetually be stuck ranked 15 to ranked 20. Like just nothing. Yaroslav is gonna win though by submission, round 2. Alteba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. Alteba is going to win. I think he's going to win. Ozzy Diaz, his win is over earlier on the card, I think. Jordan Santos. By decision, no less. Alteba Gautier, I think it's a downstep from Pulev. Pulev gave this guy a tough fight, and I thought, Pulev was pretty good. I just thought he would still get finished. He did not. He showed heart. Alteba showed a chin. They both showed, they can go at it. And Ozzy Diaz just looks kind of like how I'm currently built. And I just do rusty. Well, let me not even get into that right now. Alteba's gonna smash this guy. I don't even know what round. Have your flavor. On to the main card. King Green versus Jeremy Loheathan Stevens. King Green's gonna dominate this guy. Round 2, round 3 KO. I can't bury that. I can't bury the lead. King Green has been one of my dark horse picks for like the last 4 years. He's very underrated. People seem to think he's a jobber, he's a jabroni, when he arguably beat Thiago Moises. He arguably beat Rafael Fiziev. It's not Rafael Fiziev, it's Rafael Fiziev. Let me pull up King Green's record. Because if you watch back those fights, they're very... And he beat Nas. Wait. He did beat Nasrat officially, right? Hold on, let me refresh. This shit's in dark mode, and I can't read it. Yes. I remember back in 2022, leading up to the Islam Makhachev fight, which... Let me not even get into that. People were hating on his title shot. I was like, never mind. Thiago Moises, Rafael Fiziev. He gave them very good fights. And Thiago Moises at that time was at the peak. That was probably the best Thiago Moises the world has ever seen. And King Green arguably beat him. Rafael Fiziev. Good fight. And Rafael Fiziev is like top seven, man. So Jeremy Stevens, apparently he hasn't won a fight, from what I'm hearing online, is that he hasn't won a fight in like 8 years, at least in MMA. I'm pretty sure he beat Chad Mendes, or who's that guy in BKFC? He was like getting clowned on by Joe Salty Man Pfeiffer in the crowd. How is he even in the UFC contractually? That's what the confusing thing. No one really knows why or how. King Green beat Lamar Jackson, or what's his name? Atlantis. Well, he beat Zell Hoover, but that by the way, I picked him in that fight. I picked him to beat it because I'm like, Zell Hoover has proven to not be able to beat an Unk, and King Green is like Unk with enlightenment factor. So why would you not pick him? Free money, that fight. Check in with the betting matrix yet again. Sean Brady versus, it's round 3 KO for King Green. I don't even know where I was going with that. I probably forgot a point. Hold on. Jeremy Stevens. No. Not sure. No. Rookie mistake. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley by KO in round 3. KO in round 2 or 3. I think round 3. He was supposed to win that Kamaru Usman fight, but Kamaru Usman allegedly decided to pretend that he was going to regenerate his chin with certain things. And he went into that fight like a mutant, man. He went into that fight and he should have died. He was getting his head popped back so many times. He had nothing for Joaquin Buckley on the feet. He managed to hold him down. The first round, he did do a lot of damage. The rest of the fight, he kind of did minimal damage, but still kind of a domination. Other than on the feet, man. I think people really underrate and underestimate Buckley, New Mansa. I've been a fan for a long time. I've picked him in I think I've picked him in every single fucking fight that he's had. Ever since Nasruddin. And I fucking lost money on that fight, man. I lost like $20. Yeah, man, I picked him against Nasruddin and I was really confident, but he lost that fight. But ever since then, I pretty much picked him in every fight, and he's been doing me good. Sean Brady's very good. I think his route has been, Dorino and Leon Scott, and what else? Losing to Morales. So I don't think he has the hands, the strength. For some reason, Weasel MMA seems to think he's bigger than Joaquin Buckley. I remember he read some sort of weight from something, but that doesn't check out. Look what's on the screen right now. Plus, check out their training regimen. I don't know. I think Sean Brady is gonna get knocked the fudge out, man. I really do. I don't think he's as good in the wrestling as Usman, and Kamaru Usman did what he did, but I think he has way more durability and toughness than Sean Brady from what we've seen, Bilal, Michael. And I'm not saying he's not tough because, that would have vaporized most people that aren't me, but it is what it is. Joaquin Buckley by KO. Salsa Boy, Volkov. This is another tricky one. This is another tricky one on the card for one reason and one reason only. Alexander Volkov and Curtis Blades are a dynamic duo, and their careers are supposed to be running in tandem. That's how it's been told to me, at least, explained to me. And Curtis Blades just lost his last fight. You should pick Volkov, realistically. You should pick him. You should, make your your expectations based on the fact that he's going to win, because skill for skill, the opponents, everything. He's better than Waldo Cortez Acosta. However, Waldo Cortez Acosta is also Salsa Boy. Not only is he Salsa Boy, he's on a different kind of momentum right now. I can really see a future where it's Waldo Cortez Acosta. Hold on. Is going to say Cortez Acosta versus Josh Hokett, or just Hokett, on like a UFC announcement on like a poster somewhere. They're fighting for an interim belt or a number one contendership bout. Alexander Volkov, he's been done dirty. He beat Gane. First of all, he beat Gane. He's very good. That's what I'm saying. He should win. You should pick Volkov. I'm telling you, pick Volkov, but my pick for the betting matrix, it takes different. it takes different factors into account. Waldo Cortez Acosta, Salsa Boy, via first round KO. He has to get it done fast, and he will. Interim gold. Not interim gold. Co-main event for dude, did I subconsciously just call Joshua Van a fake champ? I've never been calling him that. I think, you win a fight, you win a fight. The only way you discredit that is if someone's using that as a point of like skill, like, oh, he beat Alexandre Pantoja on like his resume one day for GOAT status. If he were to ever be that, it's like, no, you can't. He won it on record, but you cannot use that as a claim for greatness per se. Tatsuro Taira. I happy. Oh, wait, let me not even say that. If you know, you know. Real ones represent Tatsuro Taira. Joshua Van. Honestly, this is a classic case of may the best man win. I just want to see them fight. Everyone's picking Tatsuro. And like, honestly, in my mind, I've always kind of just been riding with Van. Van got this. Van got these. He got feet. You know what I'm saying? But does the betting matrix want me to continue picking based on logic and that Tatsuro should be able to hold him down, maybe find a submission? Or does he just get thwarted off like Rey Suruya? I got to go with Tatsuro. Tatsuro Taira, man. No. Is it possible? This is the trickiest fight on the card to pick, maybe. What else is tricky? None of this is kind of, who cares, man? Who cares about this? We got to go. Tatsuro Taira, 4th round submission. Or no, he's got to do it early, right? Second round submission, maybe first. I also think he has to get it done fast, and I guess he will, is what I'm picking. He's the favorite. Am I picking? I'm picking favorite, underdog, favorite. Fuck, dude. Where were these minus 400 people at when King Green was fighting Zellhuber? Where were they? Doubting is where they were at. Don't even bother on the Ateba. Favorite. Rambetsky's the underdog? Hey, he might be the underdog of the card. Jim Miller. Yo, somebody. Watch me be completely wrong and they both get flatlined. A parlay of Jim Miller and Mateusz Rambetsky. That might be solid. If you believe in Kopylov, you might, be of inclination to pick Kopylov in that parlay. Throw him in there. Yeah, Tatsuro 4th round. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. You got to pick Khamzat at this point, man. You can't set yourself up for disappointment. Sean is a warrior. He trudges forward, he marches, but he's got a slick style. He's got good defense. Amazing striker, underrated. Is one of the greatest middleweights of all time. Let me give Sean Strickland his flowers before I pick against him. Let me give him his flowers. Because, 2022 me honestly saw Chimaev as like, oh, he dominates everyone. Then he went to that close, damn near draw type of fight with Gilbert Burns. Beat Kevin Holland. Went to a draw with Kamaru Usman. And, I start to doubt him a little bit. I'm like, Whitaker can do this. If Usman can survive, Whitaker can survive, and he can, establish something. His jaw broke. It is what it is. I mean, I think he still would have lost that fight ultimately. But for those who were, very excited, very much hyping up Khamzat, which I guess is paying off, or they're being vindicated. I don't know. I still believe Rob could have put up a way better fight if he didn't have that pre-existing condition of that jaw. It's not like Khamzat just broke a normal jaw from pure grip strength or pure squeeze factor. Anyway, Sean Strickland, he beat Cannonier, I thought. and I thought he edged it out in that first Dricus fight. I'm gonna be honest. His only real losses at middleweight are that Dricus rematch and Pereira, of course. I think in that weight class, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually picked Sean Strickland. If you follow the betting matrix, check the description. We picked him. We picked him against Fluffy, and we love Fluffy over here. Once again, if you know, part of the betting matrix community, Fluffy. And he rides with us. We ride with him. But I think people let their hatred of Sean Strickland cloud their judgment and cloud their judgment of how they perceive him and how good he is. He is very good. He's very fucking good. And if anyone can beat Hamzat, it would be him, I guess. Maybe Nasruddin. But I think Hamzat will be able to finish him. We'll be able to find a submission or TKO stoppage or hurt him on the feet, get him down there. I just don't think Strickland can thwart him off for 5, and he can implement, if he can stove off or keep Hamzat off for any type of duration over 2 rounds, we could see Hamzat wither, and I don't know. I just don't see it. I think he will get taken down, he will get mauled, he will get held, and that's not going to drain Hamzat as much as it will drain Strickland. What are the odds even for this? Minus 575. A little extreme, maybe. A little extreme. But yeah, man. And honestly, I'll be rooting for Strickland. You know, he's a little misguided sometimes, but I like the guy. I think he's honest. At least he's an honest guy. Honest in that and how he portrays himself or what he thinks. I think he means what he says. I don't know. I don't think he's really that two-faced compared to most people. And I've lost interest or favor in Hamzat over the last few years. He's just inactive. I don't know. He's not really what I like in a champion. Don't really care for him. But let's just hope this fight is exciting. If he does win, congrats to him. He is an insane beast. Anyways, we'll be streaming this fight. I should have put that in the beginning, actually. But yeah, the card's going to be amazing. We got Hamzat, Tyra, Salsa, Buck, King, Ateba, Amasov, Rumbetsky, Miller, Tulio, Sabatini, Baisangor, and Ochoa. I'll be streaming it from basically the beginning as early as I can. So tune in. And goodbye.